Holy fan service, Batman. I just finished watching episode 4 of HBO's The Last of Us. This will be a shorter review because it's a shorter episode. But let's get into it. You know how this goes. No spoilers first for those who still want to watch it. Episode 4 of The Last of Us is far different than last week. It's gone back to directly telling the game's story. Not that that's a problem. It feels very, very The Last of Us for those who have played the game. The fan service here is top-notch with a very metric F-ton of references to the video game. I personally really love this episode because it primarily focuses on Ellie and Joel and their blossoming relationship. These two characters I've always believed were the real heart and soul of this series, so giving them their time to shine was more than welcome. This is a brief but essential episode, really focusing on their relationship and diving deeper into the horrors of this world while also introducing us to new characters. As a lover of this game, I was ecstatic during this episode's runtime, and my fiance, who hasn't played the game, was also hooked the entire time. This is definitely a more for everybody kind of episode. Not that it didn't have its issues. Let's talk about those and get into spoilers. So, like I said, this episode is all about Ellie and Joel bonding, and it's magnificent. They really gracefully become closer, with Ellie trying to make Joel laugh throughout the whole episode, and Joel gradually showing more empathy and care for her. Pedro and Bella really got their opportunity to sink into these characters here, and they continue to prove why they're excellently casted. Weirdly, to my surprise, again, Bella Ramsey more so. She is a standout here. She's literally Ellie down to the most minute details. It's insane. I keep saying that every week, but it's insane how good she is. Every micro expression and active body language is perfect. Pedro as Joel is also well done, but he's different here. He's older than Joel in the game, a bit more rusty and less savage. They've kind of softened him up, I think is a way to say it, so far, at least. Whereas Bella feels like she's almost re-portraying the game version of Ellie without even playing the games again. Pedro feels more like he's just rocking his own thing with Joel, and I like that thing. Keep rocking. A new character is also introduced, however, that I could personally live without. A character whose name I had to Google, Kathleen. So far, it seems like her purpose here is to give more backstory and explanation to these people who are hunting Henry and Sam, as well as Joel and Ellie now. I imagine next week we will get a bit more of her, but her brief time in this episode was a little unsatisfying. I just can't buy her leading this regime, or any regime, or anything, ever. I just can't buy her leading things. There's nothing. Don't lead anything. She seems so insecure and timid. Maybe next week we'll get a better idea of how she became the leader. But for now, she just seems to have no presence. Also, this guy is Tommy, like OG video game voice actor Tommy. As soon as I heard this guy's voice, I did the thing. Another highlight of this episode, like I mentioned, is it's very much from the games. There are so many references and recreations ranging from small to epic, like the ambush scene, the tape Ellie hands Joel, the joke book that Ellie reads out of throughout the game, Ellie saving Joel for the first time, Joel teaching her how to use a gun. It's all here. And of course, the porno magazine scene. I'm so happy they recreated the scene and they did it like word for word to the game. It was so fun to watch with my fiance who, again, doesn't play the game, to watch her like struggle not to laugh. Good job, HBO. You nailed it. Now, with all that good though, there must be some bad, right? Well, there are a couple small things. This episode doesn't progress the story too much. It does, but by the time the end rolls around, I could see a lot of people saying, that's it? You think the quickness of it being so short will definitely leave some people unsatisfied and wanting more. Others, of course, won't mind. The second small issue, which isn't too bad here, has me worried for the future, and it's the lack of violence. I know they mentioned it was toned down, but I thought they were strictly referring to the frequency of violence. But no, it's pretty tame here. You know, a lot of the time it's just off screen or cut away altogether. Normally this wouldn't be noticeable, but when the game is so violent, it can feel less impactful here. The action choreography so far, with the exception of episode 1, is just okay. It really just has me worried for sequences like this and how they would play out in this less violent tone, or if they are just amping up to that violence so that we're more shocked when it does happen in the future. I guess we shall see. All in all, it was another smash hit episode, pushing Joel and Ellie's relationship to new heights. Sure, there are some things missed here, nothing detrimental enough to harm the overall quality of this masterclass series. Oh, and in the very last frame of the show, we're introduced to Henry and Sam. Not much I can say about that right now, obviously, but it does have me very excited for next week's Super Bowl episode. Can't wait to talk about that. So, have you guys seen the episode? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Did you like it? Was it rushed? Did this review piss you off as much as my episode 3 review? Comment below. Let me know. Thanks for clicking on my face again for one of these reviews. Always much appreciated. And if you do enjoy this content, be sure to like and subscribe so I can keep doing it. Thank you so much.